Welcome to the vlog. It is Wednesday. No, I did not take Monday and Tuesday off. If you have been watching the vlog over the last couple weeks, you know that I have been dealing with what I would describe as an inordinate amount of fear and anxiety around the launch of phase 2 of my creative work. And if you've been watching, you kind of watched me like cycle through these ebb and flows of I'm feeling really anxious and afraid. Oh, I'm handling it okay. I'm not handling it okay. And like whatever. And I would say 2 weeks ago, it was like medium. Last week, it was like medium high. And this week it is like very, very high. To be completely transparent, I wish this was not the case. I wish I had a better something to show you other than the reality of I feel gripped by fear and anxiety. However, I do believe in the power of vulnerability and connection, and to pretend like I'm something that I'm not is not something I'm good at. So I'm just being very upfront with you that Monday and Tuesday of this week, I did not have the wherewithal to be present on the vlog at all. And the only reason that I've decided to pick it up and do it this week starting on Wednesday is because this is launch week. Launch week is a big deal. I've worked really hard to get to this place, and despite the fear and despite the anxiety, I care about the launch of this product. I care about walking through what it looks like to launch a product behind the scenes and to share that with you. So today is Wednesday. The product launches on Friday. I saw the final product very early this morning. We've been dealing with a lot of last minute edits, getting the tech just right, all these back-end things that have to take place. And this morning I saw the first fully functional version of the platform with the Confetti Collective product on it. And it looks amazing. It looks beautiful. There were a handful of very small tweaks that need to be implemented. I'm supposed to get those edits back, hopefully by the end of the day today. I cannot remember a time when I have felt less like myself than this week. It's a terrible way to feel. I want to feel whole. I want to feel bigger than this, but I don't. I'm not. I am feeling particularly small and isolated, sort of wincing as I approach this launch. I think if there were not a financial aspect tied to the launch of the Confetti Collective, I would feel different about it. I would feel proud of the work and that would be enough and I would move on and kind of take it or leave it. That actually is not at all the case here. Take it or leave it is not going to work. I need it to take. So with that, 48 hours before the launch, I am just going to do the best to walk through the things that I need to do. I just got back from a walk. I'm going to make an iced coffee, and then I'm going to continue to just sort of navigate the feelings and do things that I can while attempting to be kind to myself in the process. Okay, it is about noon. I have spent the morning going through the first draft of the tech, submitting some little tweaks that need to be made to it. Then I created and posted a reel on Instagram that kind of shows some behind the scene footage from the Confetti Collective and explains in very emotionally evocative language kind of what the Confetti Collective is designed to do. It's not about what's inside of it so much as it is about how it's supposed to perform in your life and what it can offer you. It's not feature based, but more feeling based. That is how I've spent my morning. Now I am in a very meta kind of way about to sit down and edit this week's vlog, which I recorded last week. Anyway, I'm about to edit a vlog. I'm going to do that for about an hour and a half. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to do something with my hands in the kitchen. And then I'm going to come back to it, sort of ping-ponging through my day. Hopefully at some point I will get the second proof of the platform so that I can see that the changes are implemented and we can take the next step forward on giving it a trial run. All right, checking in. It is 5:45. Around 2 o'clock, went to the kitchen to make spaghetti pie for dinner. Made spaghetti pie for dinner, only to be informed after I made it that no one was really going to be home for dinner. So that's awesome. That's okay. We'll eat it another night. Had to go pick my daughter up from school because her car is in the shop. And had to pick her up from school, take her to an appointment, wait an hour for her appointment to be done, take her to a friend's house, drop her off at the friend's house, come back to my house. That took all in 2 hours. I'm actually waiting on my best friend to come over because I need someone to sign up for real so that I can make sure it works the way it's supposed to. She said she wanted to be the first person to sign up. So I said, if you want to be the first person to sign up, you got to come over, sign up. So she's on her way to do that. Hopefully. I'm eating pretzels with peanut butter and drinking a beer. I'll check back in soon. success. Kelly was able to sign up, subscribe, enter her payment info. I got to check all of the confirmation email wording. I did find 2 typos and 1 small little tweak, so I'm glad we went through that. She was able to like scroll through the platform and access everything and click on things and navigate around, and it looked really great. One step closer to being ready to fully launch it. I think that's it for the day. My daughter went to go pick up Chipotle for us because she ended up being at home. I did not cook the spaghetti pie. I'm gonna save that. I'm going to work on some stuff for tomorrow, eat my Chipotle, take a bath, watch some television, go to bed. It is Thursday. I am in the line at the Chick-fil-A. It is about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm getting a cold Diet Coke just because. Today has been a good combination of getting some things done and existing in my feelings in the best way possible. I decided I wanted to make a reel for Instagram to put out on launch day. So I did that. I also put together an email that I'm sending to my entire email list tomorrow on launch day with like just the link and like some images and like it's today. Blah, blah, blah. Then I got dressed. I had months ago decided that on launch day, I wanted to do like a team dinner to celebrate. That is the last thing I feel like doing, which should be an indicator of how not myself I feel right now. However, had a really great conversation with the dearest of friends and said, I don't feel like doing this. She was like, that's okay. It's like, but I also need someone to look at me and say, hey, you should do this if it's the kind of thing I need to do, because I'm about to text everyone and cancel. The first thing out of her mouth was, I think it's important to you to celebrate things. She was like, what would the easiest version of this be? And I was like, well, yesterday I made a spaghetti pie that never made it into the oven because no one is home for dinner anymore. So I have a spaghetti pie just in the fridge, ready and waiting. I was going to make brownies anyway because it just sounded good and I wanted something to do with my hands this afternoon, and I could buy bread and throw together a salad. And she was like, great, let's do that. And she was like, I think you just do it. I think you will be frustrated with yourself if you don't do this down the road. You'll wish that you had. And she was like, just let it be easy. It can be fast, and it's the right decision. She's absolutely right. I do, in hindsight, I will regret not having some sort of like celebratory something to mark this auspicious day, launching this work into the world. I put my computer away, I got out of the house, I went to the grocery store, and now I'm getting a Diet Coke from the Chick-fil-A. And then I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna make brownies, I'm gonna make salad dressing, I'm gonna start some laundry. Then I'm probably gonna return to my computer, and then I'm gonna pick up Tokyo Cafe for dinner and watch TV in my pajamas again. And then wake up tomorrow and step into launch day knowing I have done everything I can. We're going to celebrate. I believe in the work, and what happens next is out of my control, and that is okay. And with that, I'm off to order my Diet Coke. It is Friday. It is launch day, and it is about 8:20 in the morning. I woke up, I did all my things, made sure everybody got out the door, did my Duolingo, did my New York Times word games, ate some breakfast, drank some coffee, drank some water, fed the cat. I decided to get up and get out the door and go for a walk. Oh my gosh, the sun is so bright. I have an email scheduled to go out at 9 a.m. So I will be back to my house around the time that goes out. And then at that time, I'm also going to post my reel, my launch day reel on Instagram. And then I preemptively made a checklist of things that I need to do to keep myself busy and to prevent myself from like constantly refreshing my email to see what the response has been. They're not difficult things, but they're things that need to be done. Things to kind of like keep me propelled forward through the day and not obsessing and not trying not to be overly dramatic about anything. So that's my plan for today, starting out with a walk, and then we'll just step into all the day has to hold. The email went out, the reel went up on Instagram. I have cleaned the kitchen and folded laundry. Of course, I obviously need to get up and shower, but oh, there she goes. Sure enough, I was just about to pay her a compliment. I was about to say, my emotional support cat has been sticking to me all day. It's like she knows. Of course, the second I start talking about her, she's got to go chirp at the squirrels in the window. So we all have our to-do list today. And you know, she can't abandon her post just because I need her emotional support. Anyway, it's all out in the world. I am going to walk away. What are you doing? Stop. This is very strange behavior. Are you trying to suckle on my tennis skirt? That's gonna be a no for me. What in the world? I've never seen her do that. We're all a little off today. I'm gonna go shower. Okay, it is about 10:30 at night on Friday night. Just finished up the little team launch day dinner, which I'm so glad I did. I was glad I listened and followed through on that. I want to show you two of the things that I was gifted. First of all, Rachel brought these adorable confetti-filled balloons with these adorable party horns with a cute little tag. I just love it. And then me laugh out loud at the front door, confetti Cheerios. I just love it. I love gifts and I love little nods to celebration, and this just made my day. Got some confetti Cheerios and some confetti balloons and some party horns. Dinner was amazing. We were all marveling over the menu. That spaghetti pie, I'm so glad we did not eat it for dinner Wednesday night. That spaghetti pie is so amazing. The recipe is on my blog if you want it. And then I made this beautiful salad, had some bread, and then the brownies to end all brownies. It really was easy to execute as well, partly because the spaghetti pie was already made and everything just kind of whatever, but I found myself easily executing that dinner tonight, and that felt like a gift. Sprinkled some confetti everywhere, got out a strand of fairy lights, called it a day, popped a couple bottles of champagne. 10 out of 10. My best friend stopped over about mid-afternoon just to kind of see how I was doing. And to be completely honest, I was good, not great. I was struggling a little bit. The launch day felt like such a big accomplishment personally to get this work out into the world. And the dinner was amazing, and I loved connecting with these people that have helped bring this to life and made it possible at all. And then there was a series of interactions I had with a very small handful of people who were live texting me as they interacted with the platform, some of whom I have not heard from or seen in person in years, but are still people that I feel connected to. It was really, really beautiful. Other than that, not very many people signed up. Not very many people signed up at all. I'm trying to roll with it a little bit and remind myself that it's just the first day. It hasn't even been out for 24 hours. I realized today that I thought enough people were going to sign up today that I knew it was going to be okay. And that didn't happen. It just didn't. I don't want to say how many people signed up because I really appreciate the people that did, and it doesn't matter so much. The number, it's just not the point. But the truth is, like, not very many people signed up, and probably less than I even thought, to be completely transparent. And that was heavy for me. Today, I wanted some sort of like assurance that everything is going to be okay financially. And I didn't get that today. But I think I've had so much anticipation and dread around this, and fear and anxiety around this launch, that I thought today would be the thing that would alleviate those feelings of fear and anxiety. And it didn't happen. And I wanted it to. I still believe in the work. I still think the work is great. I still think there's a lot of value and beauty in what I've built. And I still think people are going to discover it and like it and sign up. I was just hopeful that today, when I'm getting ready to go to bed, I would have had this number in my head of people that had signed up and that it would be enough. And right now, it's not enough. I'm grappling with that a little bit. I'm trying not to let it steal my joy from confetti balloons, confetti Cheerios, because how happy is this? It's a very weird mix of things. It's a weird mix of emotions to be sitting here saying the launch day was a complete success. I feel great. I had these great interactions. I had this great celebration with my team, lots of happy moments, and it wasn't as good as I hoped it would be. That is the end of launch day. That is the end of launch week. And on that note, thank you for being here this week. I will see you next week.